In the last moments of life, every soul sees the same thing, and most are thrown into despair. Right now, as you watch this video, your heart is beating. Your lungs are filling with air. Your soul is comfortable inside your body. But one day, this will happen to you. And the room will grow cold. Your vision will blur. And in those final 3 minutes, you will face something that no amount of money, no worldly preparation, no earthly love can save you from. The angels are coming, and they know exactly who you are. What happens in those final 3 minutes will change the way you see life and death. Stay with me, because this knowledge could save your soul. It begins 3 minutes before the final breath. The soul knows. Even when the mind doesn't understand, even when the body fights, the soul knows its time has come. The heartbeat slows, not gradually, but in distinct heavy thuds. Each one echoing like footsteps approaching from a great distance. The breathing becomes shallow, desperate. Each inhale is a struggle. Each exhale might be the last. But here's what the doctors don't tell you. Here's what the family standing around the bed cannot see. The temperature drops, not just in the room, but inside the soul itself. A cold unlike anything experienced in life begins to creep through every part of the being. The soul starts to shiver, not from fear, but from the recognition of what's coming. And then the memories begin. Not a peaceful life review like in the movies. No, these are accusations. Every prayer you skipped, every lie you told, every time you knew what was right and chose what was easy. The family thinks they're delirious. They're talking to themselves, someone whispers. But they're not alone. They're seeing visitors that no living eye can perceive. The soul begins to pull away from the fingertips first. A strange numbness, as if the connection between spirit and flesh is being slowly, deliberately severed. But the soul isn't free yet. The real test is about to begin, because approaching from the unseen realm are beings of light and beings of shadow, and they're coming to collect what belongs to them. But this is only the beginning of what the soul must face. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. The angels arrive, not floating gracefully like in paintings, but with purpose, with authority, with knowledge of every secret the soul has ever hidden. For the righteous soul, the angels of mercy appear first. Their faces shine with a light that brings immediate peace. They speak in voices like flowing water. Come forth, O good soul, to forgiveness from Allah and His pleasure. But for the soul, and heavy with sin, different visitors arrive to seal the angels of punishment. Their voices cut through the soul like winter wind. Come forth, O evil soul, to the anger of Allah and His wrath. And then something terrifying happens. The family in the room begins to feel it, an unexplainable heaviness. Some start crying without knowing why. Others feel compelled to leave the room. The sensitive ones whisper, "Something's not right." But they cannot see what the dying soul sees. The angels extend their hands. For the righteous, it's like silk being offered. Soft, welcoming. The soul feels drawn toward light and peace. But for the sinful soul, the hands appear with shackles, with tools of extraction, and the soul recoils in terror, trying to hide deeper within the dying body. But the soul isn't free yet. 1 minute and 45 seconds. The person on the bed suddenly opens their eyes wide. The family rushes closer. "What do you see?" they ask, but no words come. How do you explain that you're watching your own judgment unfold? The angels begin their work. For the righteous, it's like being lifted by gentle hands. The soul feels lighter with each breath, ready to leave behind the pain and limitations of the flesh. But for the wicked soul, and then something even more terrifying happens. The soul fights back. It claws at the inside of the body, desperately trying to stay connected to the familiar. But death will not be denied. The angels of punishment begin to extract the soul like thorns being pulled through wet wool. Every good deed that could have been done, every prayer that was delayed, every moment of arrogance and rebellion becomes a weight that makes the extraction agonizing. 57 seconds remaining. The family doesn't understand why their loved one seems to be fighting. They whisper words of comfort, but the dying soul is engaged in a battle they cannot see. But the worst part is yet to come. Because this extraction, this separation of soul from body, is not the end. It's only the beginning of an eternal journey. And in 30 seconds, everything changes forever. BC 30 seconds, the final extraction begins. For the righteous soul, it emerges like a drop of water flowing from a pitcher. Smooth, natural, beautiful. The angels receive it with silk and fragrant shrouds, and immediately the soul smells a fragrance more beautiful than anything experienced in life. But for the sinful soul, it's torn out like a barbed skewer being pulled through wet wool. Every fiber of being screams in protest. The angels receive it with rough cloth and chains, and immediately a stench reaches the soul, the smell of its own corruption. No turning back. No more excuses. 15 seconds. The soul hovers for a moment above the body, seeing its own face for the last time. The shell that carried it through years of choices, good and evil, lies below, already beginning to look like a stranger. The family is crying. They're holding the hands of what used to be their loved one. But the soul realizes with crystal clarity that body was never really home. It was only a temporary vehicle. 5 seconds. The righteous soul looks up and sees doors of light opening. Paradise is calling. The angels are smiling. But the sinful soul looks up and sees only darkness, only judgment, only the consequences of choices that seemed so small at the time. 4, 3, 2, 1. The soul is taken. But this isn't the end of the story. This is where the real journey begins. The soul will face the questioning in the grave, the wait for Judgment Day, the scales of justice, Aditum. And every second of those final 3 minutes was preparation for forever. Right now your soul is comfortable. Right now you have time. But listen to your heartbeat. Feel your breath. These are not guaranteed. These are borrowed. Every day that passes brings you closer to those final 3 minutes. Every prayer you delay, every sin you choose, every moment of kindness you postpone is shaping how those angels will appear to you. If you had only 3 minutes left, what would you fix before meeting Allah? And the righteous prepare every day for this moment. They live as if death is approaching, because it is. The question isn't if you'll face those final 3 minutes. The question is, when that moment comes, will the angels of mercy or the angels of punishment be reaching for your soul? Subscribe, because the next story may reveal what happens in the grave, and that knowledge could save your soul from an eternity of regret. The clock is ticking. Your time is coming. Are you ready?